He's mad at me. He's so mad at me. That's Brownie. He'll get over it. I left him in the car all night long. I told him that I'd be back to shoot a video, but instead I was in the bathroom stall crying because of different things. Crying is a pretty regular activity. There's nothing wrong with crying. If you think that there's something wrong with crying, you're stupid. And it's like saying that there's something wrong with eating, and there's something wrong with taking a crap, or there's something wrong with being horny. You know, it's like, that's just a part of life. It's a part of our humanity. I realize that humanity has been on its way out for a while because of technology and materialistic culture, but it needs to have a comeback, like, for real. I am so certain that the AI robots are gonna study me. Because everybody else has seemed to just throw away their humanity because I guess they don't have any use for it, or it's inconvenient. It's inconvenient to have emotions. It's inconvenient to think thoughts. It's inconvenient to ask questions. Well, welcome to America. I have this manager who doesn't know how to control his emotions, and he ended up taking a machine and breaking another machine. Like, are you guys familiar with a baler? It's a giant machine that breaks down cardboard boxes. This machine's about $100,000. Well, he took another machine and rammed it into that machine in a fit of rage, and managed to break it. And the only reason why he hasn't been fired is because there's literally nobody to replace him. And I was thinking, man, I had no idea that you were such a Luddite. I wish that I could just break machines. I really, really, really want to do that. I could use machines to break other machines. Like, if I could just take somebody's smartphone and break another person's smartphone with it, that would be ideal. But you know why I don't do that is because I have emotional maturity and self-restraint. But anyway, I do have a mouth like a firearm. So it's unfortunate that we can't do everything that we want to do, but I know that a lot of things that I want to do aren't right, you know? Just because I wish to break people's phones doesn't mean that I can just destroy somebody else's property. You know, I'm not like certain fringe identity groups. And so, as cool as that is to do that and be paid to do that, it's actually a lot cooler to have self-awareness. And I know, self-awareness is like so, out of the question in this country. It's like, what is that? I don't know. Like, I can only see the stuff that I'm staring at. Anyway. Let's go home. So ridiculous, dude. I really am absolutely ridiculous. But it's fun to be ridiculous, isn't it, Vortex? It's a lot more fun to be ridiculous than it is to be every other stupid schmuck in America. I'll allow myself to say the word schmuck. I really like it anyway. It's just a fun word. Schmuck. Schmuck. Anyway. Man, my teeth hurt. So, I'm trying to do shorter videos, as I've mentioned before. I'm trying to do shorter videos because I do want to keep people's attention, and I know that I have the habit of mindlessly staring off into space. And I do this because, like I said, I'm still a human being. Everybody else stares at a phone because they don't know what to do. if they're bored in the slightest, which is precisely why Western civilization severely lacks creativity, because they don't allow themselves to be bored. If they allowed themselves to be bored, they would figure out something to do with their time that they would have to create on their own, you know? I think that the best inventions come from, you know, twiddling your thumbs, and nobody believes in that. So they stare at a screen, and they are told things to buy and stuff to believe or not believe, and they're told that asking questions is wrong. And if they ask questions, they are a what I call a coinkidink specialist. I'm not going to say certain words because I know what they're doing, and they're going to try to censor you if you say certain words, because certain words are very offensive to people that don't understand the idea of critical thinking. They have no idea what that is. And I really believe that a lot of people in this country think that critical thinking is just believing whatever you're told. Because at this point, since everything is the opposite of what it actually is, that would make so much sense. But anyway. Oh man. I love being myself though. I mean, it's rough sometimes, but it's totally worth it, because we have a pretty enlightening perspective. But to a lot of people, that would be very endarkening, because they don't want to be told that everything that they've been told is a bunch of BS. And rather than question that reality, they just go along with it, like the useless, hackneyed pieces of garbage that they are. And I just almost ran off the road because I'm getting angry. Happy New Year! New Year, same God. Yay, church billboard! You sound manic right now. I'm not manic. I have a joke that says, nope, not Hispanic, just manic. Isn't that funny? I think that's funny, because I can talk pretty fast when I get excited. My friend Brittany can talk even faster than me. I have never heard anybody talk so much in my entire life. If you met my friend Brittany, you would be absolutely bewildered that she also does not have a YouTube channel. She's the one that I've gotten into political arguments with. It's fine though. We're very similar in the way that we think. She just doesn't like said president, which is fine. He's a narcissistic piece of crap. So I understand. Maybe she was right and I was wrong. And I think I am going to burn my Trump flag. You should make a ceremony. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway. There's a farm that I'm passing right now that had a Trump flag on the fence, and they took it down. So obviously I'm not the only one that's disgruntled with him. Now he could have just taken it down because, you know, he doesn't want his house to get egged or something like that. But, you know, we are in the South, so a lot of people around here support him. But it's stupid to support somebody that doesn't do what they say they're going to do. So really, there's no difference between him and all these other piece of crap politicians that lie to the public. What they do pretty much is they gaslight. So occasionally they'll keep a promise, occasionally they'll live up to their potential, but most of the time they do not do this. And the reason why they might occasionally, you know, do something that we like is to keep us thinking that, oh, they're doing it. Oh, they're taking care of me. You know, so that keeps the people in a docile state of mind where they don't, think for themselves and subtract themselves from the completely useless system. So I'm stressing this because I know there are a lot of people that really want to support him and they really want to believe in something, but they can't. The only thing that you should believe in is God, because God is the only thing that is reliable. So, and that shouldn't bring you gloom and doom. That should comfort you. That should comfort you that this universal thing is always there, and he will always care for you, and he will always desperately want you to seek him. And it's unfortunate that so many people can't understand that, so they just keep relying on failed systems and ideologies that don't work. But we have to save ourselves here, and I feel like the only way that that's possible is if we do believe in something greater than ourselves that can restore us to sanity. And in case you're wondering, yes, I used to be a 12-stepper, but I stepped out because the 12 steps, the 12 steps is a great thing, but the program itself is a cult. And if you have spent any time in meetings, you already know this. So I don't tend to like places where they're sheep, I tend to gravitate towards a separate realm of existence, the best thing I've ever heard in there was take what fits and leave the rest. And I have done my best to apply that logic to every aspect of my life, which is why I've done that with politics, and why I've done that with stand-up comedy, and why I've done that with various ideas that I think are decent ideas, but they might not be practical in all applications, there are so many things that you can take from everything, including people that you don't agree with, people that you don't like, people that you think are wrong. You can still, learn something from them, and you can still take what you can get. And I think that that's really important to stress, especially now. But most people just want to be hateful and ugly, which is useless. So I'm going to try not to do that anymore. I can rant and rave, as you probably have already gathered, but it's if there's nothing constructive in what I'm saying, and I'm not adding to the table, then, there's just no use in that. And I'm just so sick of people whining about the same thing. All they're doing is focusing on the problem. You need to focus on the solution. So, read your Bible, Vortex. Read your Bible. Read the Psalms. That's what I tell everybody. Start with the Psalms. And if that doesn't inspire you, nothing will inspire you. Just saying. Personally, I'd probably start with the New Testament. But either the New Testament or start with the Psalms. It really doesn't matter. One of the two. But the thing is, the New Testament will throw back Psalms, because the Psalms are literally the best thing about the Bible. They really are. Thought-provoking, deep, profound, so emotional, so intense. And it just shows you how necessary God is in this world. And if you're lost, I guarantee you it's because you don't have enough of that in your life. Because I know that every time that I've been lost, that's been the reason. And my head has been up my own butthole. Because that's a great place for a lot of people to hang out, it seems. But anyway, Happy New Year, Vortex! On that note, I'm gonna go. Too much coffee, Amy, too much coffee. Yes, we're gonna cut it down. All right.